All right, we are here on Ranger Nation Radio with Kate McDonnell from the MHS volleyball team, the 6-6 Rangers, fighting for a playoff spot. Just tenacious and have had some recent solid wins. Kate, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I appreciate you joining us here on a rainy Wednesday, and I know you got a game, and so I appreciate you joining us ahead of it. Um, Tell us just a little bit about how the season's gone so far, and just your thoughts on the Rangers season so far.
We're doing pretty good. So it started off a little rough because, as you may have known, we don't get to use the gym
Yes.
because we do it. So we've had 12 away games. We're gonna have our 13th away game today.
Wow.
But I think we're doing very good for the circumstances, and we've come together as a team, and it's going good.
And I mean, you guys have had a lot. I mean, those I've been there. We actually broadcast one of the matches last year. I mean, the gym's rocking. Climax is rocking for the home game. So I think what you guys have been able to achieve. Where do you practice right now?
The CGS.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's awesome that they've made that available. So it's definitely a unique situation. I know you guys have all handled it amazingly well, including your coach.
Mhm.
Um, in terms of just how you see the team gelling, I mean, how are you seeing the team coming together here as we get deeper into the season?
We're definitely playing like a great family, great team. We're talking, we're being loud, we're just communicating very well. We all love each other, we're all great friends, so I think that comes out very well when we're playing together.
I think that speaks so well of Coach Matt and the whole coaching staff, the
Yeah.
camaraderie that's built on the court, off the court in terms of the community service stuff you guys do, and just the bonding that you guys do. It's really special to see, and it's not a unique trend for just this team. It's year after year after year with the volleyball program. So I mean, congrats on that. It's really something to watch.
Yeah. Toomey's definitely done a great job with that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So, in terms of just where you guys stand in the playoff mix, um, this is kind of it's a different situation. I think we can at least say that just in terms of you being a senior and what you faced um, in previous years here. You're fighting uphill a little bit at the moment with some tough matches ahead of you.
Mhm.
Um, how do you feel in terms of where you're at within the mix within the MVC?
I think that right now the NBC is like up for grabs. Like I think that we can definitely beat every single team in the NBC when we really play our best. Like we yes, we are 6-6, but our record doesn't really show how good we actually can be, and we definitely have a good chance. We're gonna make the playoffs. We have a great chance of making the playoffs.
Absolutely. All right, so let me do the bio stuff in terms of you a little bit. Um, you're 15th in the senior class with a 4.389 GPA. Uh, let's just speak to that a little bit, just in terms of how you've been able. I mean, you do volleyball, you've done shot put with the track team. How have you been able to find that balance of schoolwork, practice time, and still having a life in between all of that?
I honestly think that that playing sports helps me manage my time a lot better. So like I'll be like, oh, I have practice now, so I have to do homework this time, and then I usually just hang out with my friends on the weekend and like I make sure I manage my time very well and
Now,
just
go
study a
ahead
lot. I need
for
to.
sure. I
Yeah.
mean, do you have downtime? Do you have like things
Yeah.
that you do for fun to just? I mean, like, is it Netflix, or is it just going out into movies or something, or
A little bit of both. Like
yeah,
my days are my like free days where I get to like have time to myself, do whatever I feel necessary. So yeah.
absolutely. Um, in terms of now, I we kind of share that connection in terms of having some older siblings that have set the way in terms of athletic prowess. Haley, your sister, she's playing volleyball in college, played at MHS. Liam is playing volleyball at Western New England as well. I mean, volleyball, football. Has he ever played volleyball?
No.
That would be interesting. I
You
think.
did though.
I think he would dominate at the net.
Yeah.
um, having those your brother and your sister kind of set that path in terms of the student athlete mix. I mean, has that helped you?
Yeah, I would say so because I think it helps me push myself more because let's face it, like I don't want to be like I don't want to be the one that like no one knows.
Yeah.
So like I push myself harder like seeing how great they do like and how they achieve all of their goals and stuff.
Um, how have you gotten? I mean, at first you probably were known as Haley and Liam's little sister. I mean, you've made your name. You've made a name all by yourself at MHS, both in the classroom and on the volleyball court. Um, how has that been, just in terms of finding your own identity within the family name?
I think that I stopped thinking that Liam and Haley were like so known and I started just like I was like whatever if they know me as their little sister then it's fine. But I'm just gonna keep trying and do my best in everything that I do, and I'm gonna put my all into everything and see how it works out. And I guess it did.
So far, so good, right? We're
Yeah.
talking to Kate McDonnell from the MHS volleyball team here on Ranger Nation Radio. Um, in terms of the the challenges of being a student athlete, what would you say is the hardest part in um, in finding finding the balance?
I think for myself personally, since I stress out all the time, like it's definitely the pressure and the stress of like having to like get your homework done on time, like getting essays done, but also like making sure you're putting everything that like all of your effort into practice and games. So like you come out dog tired, but then you have to like go play, like go do homework and stuff. But it's just like I don't know, like that's probably the biggest struggle for me because I stress out a lot about like I know I have good time management, but I stress out when I know that like something's off.
You're your own worst critic in
Yes.
terms of that time management, right?
Yeah.
Uh, how'd you get into volleyball?
My sister, she started playing her freshman year. Yeah, her freshman year, and she started going to a summer clinic that Toomey runs at Andover High School. And so I went. I think I was in like sixth grade my first year, and I went, and I had a blast, and I started loving the sport, and I went every single summer until I finally got to try out my freshman year. I made that team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, what got you into track? Was it just trying to find something else to kind of fill that competitive void, or?
Yeah, I played basketball my freshman year, and then I hurt my knee and had to get knee surgery. Decided that I didn't really want to do basketball again after that. But I didn't want to do nothing, and I didn't want to go home and just like sit on the couch. So I tried shot put, and I actually really liked it. So
How long was the rehab on the knee?
5 to 6 months ish.
Wow, wow.
Yeah,
Folks see you leave and then they see you come back. They don't see everything in the middle. I know, just
yeah,
from being through it and from seeing it, just covering sports. I mean, that work to get back is intense,
yeah,
and a lot of folks don't even get through it.
yeah.
So congrats just for coming back from an injury like that.
Thank you.
In terms of what you would say, well, first of all, any shout outs you want to give? Like, I mean, let's start with your team. Like, who are you closest to in terms of the team? Who are the ones that really motivate you? Who are the ones that make you laugh?
Shout out to everyone on the team. They all make me happy. They all always put my mood up. I love being around them all. They just make me so happy.
What
And parents. Great.
parents?
Yeah, my parents are great people.
You
They,
want to put their names out there?
yeah, they'd be mad if I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of just the team and your role within it. I mean, you've seen some really impressive leaders lead the way. You know, when you started, and now you're in that leadership role. And what did you learn from the Abby Sullivans and folks like that in terms of what it takes to be a leader?
Uh, my sophomore year, Julia McCoy, Abby Sullivan, and Laura Stogler were my captains, and they just showed me like what real leadership meant. Like they were always there for me. I knew if I needed anything, I could go to them for anything. Same with my captains last year. Like they were always there for me, and like I really liked that I had someone to go to when I really needed it, even if it wasn't volleyball related. And they just like pushed me to be my best, and I just like took that in. Yeah,
What
really.
would you say to what would you say to the student athlete that's or just the student that's thinking about getting into sports and wondering like what it takes to be a successful student athlete? What would you say is like the most important thing when you're just getting started?
I say to definitely do it because I've met my best friends through it. But it is a lot of work, but in the end, it's all worth it, and it can honestly help some people get their stress out and stuff. So,
And I got to imagine just the teamwork and the self discipline that it takes to go through that grind. I
yeah,
mean, that all translates to life, right?
yeah, yeah.
So, what are you looking at in terms? Have you started the kind of? Are you looking at college? Have you started the search yet? Like, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at a couple different schools. My favorite school right now is St. A's, and I want to do nursing there. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of other schools that I'm interested in, like UNH, Worcester State, Assumption. They're all great schools.
Great
So
schools, yeah, absolutely. And it's a uh, very impressive, noble profession that you're looking towards. So, thank you for that. In terms of what will be the decider for you, like what are you kind of focusing in on? Are you looking to play volleyball in college
um,
or?
I'm not sure yet. I'm definitely interested. If not the varsity team, then club team.
Yep.
But it's that's not just on that. It's if they have like a good nursing program, like yeah, the money.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's be honest, right? Especially, I mean, your parents got two kids in college right now, so that matters. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
Um, in terms of before we let you go, any teacher shout outs that you want to give to in terms of teachers that have helped you along the way?
Um, all of them, every single one of them. They
That's
all.
that's impressive. I mean, don't single anyone out. It's
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I'm just between the coaches, all the coaches, all of the teachers that are so supportive of the student athletes, and they're just great teachers to begin with.
yeah.
It's it's impressive to see, and talking to folks like yourself, just to see the results of that support. It's it's really encouraging. So before I let you go, anything that any can you share anything like I mean we're talking about a coach of the year, we're talking about a guy that is constantly um constantly at the top of his game in terms of coaching. Can you share anything without giving any secrets away just about Coach Toomey and just I mean, is he funny? Is he serious a lot of the time? Is he a push you guys hard but still a supportive kind of players coach? I mean, all of the above. I mean, can you give
Yeah.
us any insight into him?
Yeah, he's definitely a very funny person, but he's serious when he needs to be. He pushes us all to our limit, but in a very good way. And then but like he's always supportive of us. He always helps us with anything, even like classroom stuff, because he's a teacher. He's a very good person. He's always there for us.
Anything else we didn't cover that you want to get out?
No, I don't
Like
think so.
I got to give you the chance to plug any projects or any upcoming any movies you're involved in or
No.
all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Kate McDonnell, huge thank you for joining us, and best of luck throughout the rest of the season. We'll be following you and following the push to the playoffs. Thanks for joining us here on Ranger Nation Radio.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Bye.
Hey, great job, Kate.